welcome to your final tribal council. You place your torches in their stands and take your seats. Welcome to the jury. These 7 former members of Sakutu will essentially decide your fate tonight. They'll decide which of you is to leave with £1 million and which of you is to leave with nothing. Now, Charlotte and Jackie, you have a chance tonight to make opening speeches to the jury. Has it been decided which of you will go first?
Yes, I will.
Jackie, you have the floor.
When I got up this morning to watch the final sunrise on the island, I started to think about what words I could use to you on the jury to try and convince you to award me the worthy winner of £1 million. And it's an impossible task. How can you choose those words? So what I will try to do is, for those of you who don't know me as well as the others, I'll try and let you in on the strategy that I have been playing with, and it may help you understand my actions a little better on the island. First of all, my strategy when I landed on the island was to fly under the radar, to make a strong alliance that I could stick with till the end, and to make it to the merger. Now, all of those things I managed to do to a certain extent, but it wasn't quite as simple as that. Perhaps I'd made an alliance and I heard through the grapevine that people had actually changed their opinion of me. They wanted to get me off the island, and I had to do something to rectify that situation. It's a case of staying one step ahead of the game and saving my own skin. Now, I've saved myself more times than I can probably count. From the day I landed on the island, I've been under attack. I was due to be the first person to leave. Managed to swing that round with the help of other people I made an alliance with, and I was living on borrowed time from there on in, and I'm glad to say that I did make a strong alliance which stood me in good stead to get me at least into the final 3. I also wanted to touch upon with the jury the fact that a lot of you, I believe, have made a decision on who actually deserves to win, and I'd like to think that you're not just basing that on strength. And I'm not the best person at blowing my own trumpet. I've got a self-depreciating manner, but the fact of the matter is I know I can achieve a lot. And when I was on the island, it wasn't a case of maintaining my fitness so that I could do these challenges well. It was a case of improving my fitness, and so that I continually got better and better and better. And for those of you who are around in the later stages of the game, you would have seen that I did improve my performance in those, and there's some performances that I'm completely proud of. Now, how do you decide who deserves to win it? Is it a case of strength, or is it a case of a person who plays the game well and secures their position many times over to get into the final 2? So those were the words I chose.
Charlotte, it's your turn to make your opening statement to the jury.
When I first came to this island, I wanted a life-changing experience, and everything I've gained from the minute that I got here has far exceeded that. Every single jungle walk, every time I've learnt to live on the island, learning to get on with different individuals, and just learning to survive. You never get anything in life unless you put in 100% all the time. No matter when I was feeling down or when I was feeling happy, I always put in 100% because I knew I would never forgive myself unless I did that. I've done that when I was with the Halang team. I always went for every single challenge that I thought I could assist them with. There's no way I wanted to be carried into the merger. I wanted to be a part of the people who got us through to the merger and people who deserve to go in. I've tried to use my personality a lot since coming to the island. I feel that I've got quite a bubbly personality, although it probably annoys people at times. But I've tried to get on well with as many people as possible. be happy and keep spirits high so that people want me around the camp, and just to try my hardest to get as many people through to the merger as possible. And that leads me to the merger. I mean, we arrived there and we were sitting ducks waiting to be shot. And for that reason, I feel that my most incredible achievement is the fact that nobody shot me. Was I forgotten about? I doubt it. I'm a bit loud. But nobody shot me and I'm here now. I mean, that's incredible that I've managed to come from nothing and get to the final two, when there was times 2 weeks ago I was just waiting to leave the island. But even when I was waiting to be voted off, I wasn't going to give up. I was always going to try my hardest, and I've always put in maximum effort no matter what I've done. I just wanted to mention one thing to Richard, and that's that I felt terrible about what I had to do yesterday. You were so nice to me, you gave me that reward, and if I had have chosen you to come through with me, you would have probably committed me to the mental home, because I know that you probably deserve to win this more than I do. I just wanted to let you know that, that's the reason I picked Jackie.
Thank you.
Basically, I just want you to look at me and try and remember as many things as you can, not just single incidents, but loads of different qualities. And if you can see qualities in yourself that I have got in myself, and that would make you deserve to win, then I hope you can look at me and see the qualities that I've brought to the island and see how hard I've worked every single step of the way. Thank you.
Great speeches, Jackie and Charlotte. Charlotte, you came through a lot on the island. What do you consider, apart from making the final two, would be your greatest achievement on Pulau Tiga?
I think it's fantastic that I made it through to the merger, because it meant that I was going through with a very strong group of people, and that would be to my benefit, because although I'm strong, I'm obviously not as strong as certain people, and unfortunately for them, I knew they would be the first target, which would give me the time to possibly build up alliances and friendships, which I was able to do.
Right. And Jackie, it's the first time you've seen that since the day you did it. How do you think you did?
Well, I wanted to make it quite clear that I was working to a strategy, because during the time I was there, people were saying, you don't deserve to win and you're being carried, and Jackie will vote whatever way we tell her to. That's clearly not true, because had I voted the way people told me to, I wouldn't be here in the final two. So I just wanted the jury to know that I did have a game plan.
Stephen, watching the two speeches, Charlotte used notes and Jackie kind of came from the heart. What does the presentation tell you, and what indeed was the content for you?
First of all, I'd like to say I thought they both did brilliantly, because the Tribal Council at the best of times, as Mark has suggested, is a cross between a cathedral and a courtroom. The atmosphere is electric, and it raises the heart rates of the contestants every time they're there. This was even more intense. They both did very well, but different preparations. Jackie seemed to speak from the heart and reflected during the day, a bit more introverted maybe. Charlotte seemed to be more active in her preparation and in her speech, but I think Jackie was a bit more assertive as well.
Okay, thanks, Stephen. Those numbers again, if you want to phone in for who you think should win the million. Charlotte, call 09068 444401, and for Jackie, 09068 444402. Calls cost no more than 10p. So far, 170,000 callers. Keep them coming. And if you've got any questions for our finalists, email by logging on to the website www.itv-survivor.co.uk. After the break, our finalists will be questioned by the jury.
I could have held my hands up. So could have you when you knew there was an alliance against you.
It's about you, Jack. Sorry, I'm on this side.
And either Charlotte or Jackie will be going home with the £1 million in cash.